world can be a shadowy place with shadowy things with shadowy shadows. But did you ever stop to ask yourself, hey, what color should those shadows be? Well, stick around because in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly how to determine what color your shadows should be. Hi, my name is James Owens, and on this channel, I teach you the tips, tricks, hacks, and history to help you become a better artist. Hey, don't forget to hit that like button if you get value out of this. Don't forget to subscribe, share this with your friends, and hit that bell so you won't miss any of my upcoming videos. Now, quite often, I will see art where the artist, in order to create a shadow color, simply added black. Now, the majority of the time, we see our shadows cast as a cool violet, even indoors. But now, why is this? How can this be? The answer is because we have a yellow sun. So how can that be? Why is it that if we have a yellow sun, it casts violet shadows?
Well, I'm not going to get into the scientific mumbo-jumbo of why this phenomenon happens. It's just too mathematically difficult to hypotenize the duodenum of the solar flares that refract off of our retina, and quite frankly, I just don't know the science.
For us artists, it's sufficient to know that the color of our shadow will be the color that falls across the color wheel from the color of our light source. That's right, our light source determines the color of our shadow. Yellow light source, violet shadow. Let's try a little experiment. What happens if we put a violet gel in front of a light source? We get a yellow shadow. This is exactly the opposite of our yellow sun casting a violet shadow. So, what happens if we put a red gel in front of our light source? Well, across the color wheel from red is green, so we end up with a green shadow. So, let's try a green gel. And we get the red shadow, which is across the color wheel from green. And if we use a blue shadow, we'll get a cast shadow of orange. Hey, fun fact, flames cast no shadow. So once we know the color of our light source, we can determine the color of our shadow. But I know what you're saying. Oh, that's great, Jim, as long as your background is pure white and your object is pure white. But what about the color of the object you're painting? Now, the color of an object on the shadow side of that object will be influenced by the color of the cast shadow. So it's simply a matter of determining what color that cast shadow should be and combining it with the local color of the object that you're painting. Now, you will have to deal with tonal variations and ambient lighting and the color of items around it, which will give you bounced lighting that will influence the color as well. But it'll be a lot easier when you know what your basic cast shadow color should be. Now, I personally find this kind of study fascinating, in the study of color theory and whatnot, and I hope this intrigues you enough to dig into it a little bit deeper and start applying these things to your work. So to sum it all up, determine what the color of your light source is, and that will dictate what the color of your cast shadow is. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video, and I hope you learned something and got something good out of this. So until next time, go make something cool. Owens out.